Alrighty, my friends, today we are going way back in time. We are going back to the Civil War. And we're making something called a bottomless shoe fly pie. Not really sure why they call it bottomless, because it does have a bottom crust. I could see if they said topless, but they say bottomless. Bottomless shoe fly pie. Let's get going. So, according to the recipe, I'm allowed to use a pre-made pie crust. So guess what? That's what I'm doing. But we want to bake this for about 10 minutes at 350. So I'm going to get it in the oven while we start getting the rest of the pies together. We're going to start with the first layer of pie that we're going to be putting on into that crust first. So what we need is 1 cup of molasses. So we'll start with that. To that, we are going to add 1 egg, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3/4 cup of warm water. And we're going to mix this all together. For the top layer of the pie, we're going to use 1 1/4 cups of flour, 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And we're going to mix this all together. Once the pie crust is cooled, now we're going to add in the molasses, the first layer of the pie. And I always put the foil underneath the pie dish first, because I'll show you in a minute what. So let's go ahead and pour this right in. And next we are going to take the powdered mixture with the flour and cinnamon and brown sugar, and we're going to evenly disperse this over the top. Seems like a lot, but we better use it all. Take 3 tablespoons of butter cut up into small chunks, and you want to randomly spread them out over the top of the pie. Next, we're going to fold the foil up around the edge of the pie so that it doesn't overcook on the edges. We're going to bake this for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. After the 15 minutes, we're going to take the foil back, and we are going to cook it for another half hour at 350 degrees. And then, well, we should have shoe fly pie. I mean, bottomless shoe fly pie. You know, the bottomless one with the bottom. Alrighty. So let me get this in the oven. Alrighty, bottomless shoe fly pie. And it's cooled down to room temperature, so that's what they said. So we're gonna go ahead and cut up a couple of pieces here. Still don't know why they call it bottomless, but you know, it is from the Civil War and all, so I guess that has something to do with it. Let's cut up a couple of pieces. Someone told me if you actually cut 2 pieces first, that it's easier to get them out. So I'm going to try that trick and see if that works. So, all right, so now I got 2 pieces cut, and I'm assuming you take one out first and then the other. So let's see. Okay, here's one. Cut it all the way through there. It looks good. It looks good. Okay, let's see if we can't get Meg to give us a little tasty taste.